In the name of Allah, who is the most gracious, the most merciful. Dear students, in previous class, I had taught you present simple and present continuous. Today in this class, I am going to teach you present perfect and present perfect continuous. Dear students, as I had already told you about structure, here present perfect has also its structure. Structure. The structure of present perfect: subject plus have oblique has plus third form of verb and remaining part of the sentence. Dear students, in present perfect we use have and has. Somewhere we use have and somewhere we use has. After giving the examples, I will tell you what is the usage of have and what is the usage of has, where we use have and where we use has. Example: I have written a letter. We have written a letter. You have written a letter. You have written a letter. He has written a letter. She has written a letter. They have written a letter. Dear students, in these sentences, I is subject, written is third form of verb. And in these sentences, we use have with first person singular as well as plural, with second person singular as well as plural, and third person plural. And has is only used with third person singular. For example, he, she, it, and so on. I have written a letter. मैंने एक खत लिखा है. We have written a letter. हमने एक खत लिखा है. You have written a letter. आपने एक खत लिखा है. You have written a letter. आपने एक खत लिखा है. He has written a letter. उसने एक खत लिखा है. She has written a letter. उसने एक खत लिखा है. They have written a letter. उन्होंने एक खत लिखा है. Yes, students, present perfect is more divided into four parts, as I had already told you about affirmative, negative, interrogative, interrogative, negative. Number one, affirmative. Affirmative. Number two, negative. Number three, interrogative. Interrogative. Number four, interrogative, negative. Interrogative, negative. Affirmative, for example, we take a sentence: I have written a letter. It is negative: I have not written a letter. Interrogative: have I written a letter? Interrogative, negative: have I not written a letter? Affirmative, I have written a letter. Negative, I have not written a letter. Interrogative, have I written a letter? Interrogative, negative, have I not written a letter? Now we will take present perfect continuous. Number 4, present perfect continuous. The structure of present perfect continuous structure. Subject plus auxiliary verbs, or helping verbs plus fourth form of verb in form and remaining part of the sentence. In present perfect continuous, auxiliary verbs are have been, oblique has been. Example, I have been reading a book for 2 hours. For 2 hours. We have been reading a book for 2 hours. You have been reading a book for 2 hours. He has been reading a book for 2 hours. More example. It has been raining since morning. It has been raining since morning. Dear students, I have been reading a book for 2 hours. मैं 2 घंटों से एक किताब पढ़ते आ रहा हूँ. We have been reading a book for 2 hours. हम 2 घंटों से एक किताब पढ़ते आ रहे हैं. You have been reading a book for 2 hours. आप 2 घंटों से एक किताब पढ़ते हुए आ रहे हैं. He has been reading a book for 2 hours. आप 2 घंटों से एक किताब पढ़ते आ रहे हो. It has been raining since morning. सुबह से बारिश होती आ रही है. Dear students, present perfect continuous is more divided into 4 parts. Number 1, affirmative. Number 2, negative. Number 3, interrogative. interrogative, and number 4 interrogative negative. Interrogative negative. Example: affirmative: I have been reading a book for 2 hours. For 2 hours. Negative: I have not been reading a book for 2 hours. Interrogative: have I not been interrogative sorry have I reading a book for 2 hours? Note of interrogation. Now, interrogative negative: have I not been reading a book for 2 hours? Note of interrogation. Dear students, I have been reading a book for 2 hours. It is affirmative. Negative: I have not been reading a book for 2 hours. Interrogative: have I reading a book for 2 hours? Interrogative negative: have I not been reading a book for 2 hours? It is interrogative: have I been reading a book for 2 hours? Interrogative negative: have I not been reading a book for 2 hours? Dear students, in present perfect continuous we use since and for. Since is used for period of time, for example since morning, since evening, and for is used for point of time, for example for 2 hours, for 1 week, and so on. Dear students, it was all about the present perfect and present perfect continuous. For more assistance you can contact me on 6005 047 358. Thanks. Have a nice day.